Hi, this is Melissa Maley, and today I'm going to show you a recipe that's from one of my newest subscribers who on Twitter, I put up a request asking what you might like me to make for this weekend, and she requested broccoli cheese soup. So thank you so much, Lilac19, and I'm going to show you just how to make a really great recipe. And over here, I have 1 sweet onion with 1 tablespoon of butter, and I already sauteed it. What I did was chop the onion in the Cuisinart and just let it cook down for about 5 minutes, just till it didn't get brown, but enough where you can tell it's cooked. And then I have 2 cloves of garlic here, which I crushed. And this is going to go in, and this is only going to cook for maybe about a minute or 2. You don't want anything to get too brown. So I'm going to let this cook up just for about a minute or 2, and then I will show you the rest. So while we're waiting on the garlic to saute for about a minute in the pan with the onion that's already done, I took the 4 tablespoons of butter that I had in here in a separate pot, and I melted it down. And once that's melted, you're going to take 1/4 cup of flour, and you're going to whisk it on a low heat inside the pan. So you're kind of just going to whisk it until it becomes thickened. So just kind of till all the flour is melted. So it's kind of going to just look like that, kind of like a little bit of a paste, like a roux. So we have 4 tablespoons of butter in there with a 1/4 cup of flour. So once that's all mixed in really well, you're going to slowly put in the chicken stock. And the chicken stock is, this one's 32 ounces. You're only going to need about 16 ounces, which is going to be approximately about 2 cups. So I'm only going to use half of this, and I'll show you. Oh, 2 cups. And you're just going to slowly kind of whisk this in. I'll do it with my other hand here. So whisking it in while it's still on the low heat. And the reason why you're kind of doing it slow is because you want to make sure you don't have any clumps, because the butter and the flour is already thick in there. So you're doing this slowly just to keep it liquefied. And you can kind of tell as you do it, it's very liquid. Looks good. So it's just going to kind of look like this. You can see that. And then, once that's in, you take some half and half, and I'm using fat-free half and half today. And this is going to be 2 cups of the fat-free half and half. All while you just keep whisking over here. And now you can kind of just put it in a little quicker because you already have it really liquefied. Okay, so that's going to stay on a low heat for about 20 minutes, and just periodically, you just want to whisk it. You don't have to stand over it or anything, but every once in a while just come over, take a look, give it a little whisking. You're going to see a little film over the top. You just mix it in there, and you do that a few times during 15 to 20 minutes. And then we'll check back in a few minutes on that. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes, and I've been whisking this over here periodically, and a little skin forms over the top, and you just kind of keep whisking it in there, and it's pretty thick right now. And then next what you're going to add is, I sauteed the onions and the garlic. That's over here. So that's going to go in next. Grab that spoon again. said don't brown them. I did end up browning them just a little bit by accident. But it happens, so, but it's okay. It's still gonna be delicious. Okay, so that, once that's in there, then you're just gonna add 2 stalks of celery, which I chopped in the Cuisinart. That's gonna be next. Okay, once that's in, the next step will be half a teaspoon salt and pepper. And then I have over here, which I like to put in, is liquid smoke. And this is kind of potent. I love to add this stuff to a lot of different things. It kind of has like it's a smoky flavor. So if you like smoked cheddar or anything like that, or even if you're doing, I'm going to tell you right now, this is totally off the topic, but if you're doing like a pork barbecue in the crock pot, I squirt a little bit of this in there, and it tastes like the pork came off a barbecue. It's delicious. So anyway, this liquid smoke, it's kind of potent. I just do a couple shakes in there, and that's it for that. And then as far as the broccoli, I used 2 bags. Instead of using fresh broccoli, I cheated a little bit here. I got the steamed broccoli florets. I already, these are in the bag steamers, so I put them in the microwave for about 5 minutes per bag, and then I just dumped them in here, and I measured it out. It ends up being about 4 cups total. And these were 2 bags that I did. So this is gonna go in here next. And they're already soft, and that's what I like about using the frozen ones, because I don't have to worry about even chopping up the broccoli and then having to steam it and all that. It's like an extra step, and then waiting for it to drain and all that. This here, I didn't even have to drain it. I just like I told you, put it in the microwave and then open the bag up and put it in the bowl. And it was 4 cups. And then this is going to be on a medium heat for 20 minutes. Just going to let it cook down a little bit for about 20 minutes, and then at the very end, that's when we're going to add the cheddar cheese. And the cheddar cheese is going to be 3 cups of sharp shredded cheese. So we're just going to let this cook for about 20 minutes and check back again. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes that the soup's been on low to medium heat. And right now it's pretty much ready to serve. But next you want to add in those 3 cups of sharp shredded cheddar. So I'll put that in there. Just kind of let it melt in. I'm going to save just a little bit, just a sprinkle on the top after I show you it in the bowl. This is going to just kind of melt in there. It doesn't have to continue to cook or anything. You just kind of want it to melt, and maybe for about 3 minutes or so, because you really want to make sure the cheese is melted in there pretty good. We're just going to wait just for the cheese to melt, and then I will show you it in the dish. So it's been just like about 2 minutes or so, 2 to 3 minutes, where we let that cheese kind of sit in there and melt. And that's what it's looking like right now as it sits there, and it melted pretty quick. What I used was the finely sharp shredded cheddar. I don't know if that really makes much of a difference, but it did melt it quicker anyways. And then I'll show you what it looks like here in the bowl. It smells so delicious. It's got a lot of chunks of broccoli there. It looks great. And then I like to keep just a little bit, so when you go to serve, you just kind of sprinkle it over the top, and it just looks pretty. Okay, and that's it. So that's the cheddar, or excuse me, the broccoli cheese soup. And thank you again, Lilac, for your suggestion, and excited to eat it. So I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, click down below on the button, and so you can receive all my latest recipes. And thanks again.